Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome back to Lean Bean Beauty. I'm Alina, and today's video will be all about my top 5 blushes. Okay, the first one I have is a blush that I've talked about before. This is from Physicians Formula. This is the Happy Booster blush in Natural, and it gives a really natural, shimmery glow to the skin. It's very subtle. You can barely see it on my arm when I swatch it out. Can you even see that? It's really, really subtle. Next up is a YouTube Made Me Do It blush. This is Luminoso from Milani. This is a cult favorite amongst many people for a good reason. It gives a really natural peachy glow to the skin. It's beautiful in the summer. And you can see here, this is a really intense swatch, but there you go. Next up is for Maybelline. This is the Master Highlight Blush in Nude. These are also very popular. See, it looks like a patchwork, and it's got beautiful shimmery beige tones and beautiful shimmery pink tones. You just swirl your brush around and it gives a really beautiful natural glow. I like glowy blushes. You'll see that as a theme. So I'm going to swatch that right underneath Luminoso. It's a lot more subtle than Luminoso. You kind of have to build it up. Right there. Okay, next we have Nars Deep Throat Blush. This is a beautiful shimmery pinky blush. I think that this is probably more of a flattering color than Nars Orgasm. I know Nars Orgasm is really popular, and for a good reason. I used to use it to death. The blush that I used every single day when I was younger was the Benefit Benetint. I used almost that entire bottle. I used to wear that every single day, and I don't wear it anymore. I've branched out. I wear a lot more now, but that was my favorite blush for a really long time. So I'm swatching Deep Throat right here. You can see that. Okay, so what I did is I swatched Nars Orgasm right beneath Deep Throat, and you can see that it's a little lighter, it's more on the peachy side, and it also has a little more shimmer. You can see the shimmer of the Orgasm blush when you swatch it on your finger. Okay, and my final blush is not technically a blush. It is actually a highlighter, but I have been using it as a blush ever since I got this palette. This is from Smashbox. This is the Art Love Color palette, the Masterclass palette. Now, this is no longer available on the Smashbox website. I checked. It's also not available on Sephora, but I did find it on Amazon.com for $45. So if you want this, go snatch it up. It's a really pretty palette. It's got some blushes on the top, some highlighters on the bottom, as you can see. And it's got a lot of warm tones and a lot of cooler tones. The cooler tones are more on this side, and I use it a lot. And the shade that I use is in Prism, and it's this shade right here. And it is technically a highlighter, but it's just so beautiful as a blush. I'm wearing it today. I'm not wearing anything else on my cheek. I'm not wearing any extra highlighter, and it just gives the most beautiful light glow. Now, obviously, this is going to show up more if you have a lighter skin tone. If you have a deeper skin tone, so I would recommend using it along with a darker shade blush if you have a darker skin tone. This is it on my finger. It's really shimmery. It's really light, and I also swatched it right here on my hand. Awkward, awkward. And then here it is on my arm. It's swatched to my arm. It's really, really light. It's a really beautiful color, and I still wear it a lot, even though I got this palette a couple of years ago. It remains one of my favorites. So that's it. Those were my top 5 favorite blushes. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.